This is Quantum Pop, and we're here with Glen Quasny, who has a few thoughts about the Avengers movies.
Yes, the Avengers, in the movie, they did it a certain way. You know, they had Hawkeye and the Black Widow, and so on and so forth. But that isn't right. They didn't do it right. And, yeah, they did a good job, made a lot of money. But this is the original Avengers. It's like issue number 1, the Avengers. Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, the Wasp. That's the original Avengers. So the movie didn't do that. I heard they're working on an Ant-Man movie, and I hope somewhere in the Ant-Man movie they'll introduce Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, you know, and then maybe they'll appear in later Avengers movies. But, you know, it would be nice to have the founding members of the Avengers actually in the Avengers movies. That would be nice. So yeah, I have an opinion about that. As I do about many other things.
So chronologically it wasn't correct.
It was not correct chronologically by comic books, you know. The movie is its own thing, its own universe. But yeah, I would have liked it. And I can understand how, I don't know, see, I could understand why they did what they did, you know. They had the Iron Man movies, they had the Hulk movie, and Thor. So yeah, those three I can understand, and they are strong founding members. And then they probably wanted, you know, maybe they thought, oh, we need more humanity, so let's put Hawkeye and, you know, I almost said Spider-Woman, Black Widow in there, you know, and it worked. It works fine. But it is kind of like DC's Justice League, who always throws in a couple of, you know, like Green Arrow or somebody who's not as powerful as the others, and I kind of was thinking that when I was watching the Avengers. It's like, okay, there's Green Arrow, you know, but
right.
Yeah, that's just me. Yeah, being a longtime comics fan, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to go to these movies and not go, what? You know?
Yeah, wait a minute. That's not.
I mean, they had Loki. You know, they got that right. You know. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The next Avengers film, Age of Ultron, which is a nice title. The comic books did Age of Ultron recently. So I don't know if they just took that thinking, oh, that's a recent thing in the Marvel Comics, we'll use that. But Ultron, if they do it right, is an artificial intelligence created by Hank Pym. I can't remember if he used his own brainwaves or if that's when he used the brainwaves of his brother, his dead brother. But either way, Hank Pym creates this artificial intelligence, which turns out to be better than he thought, and it slowly starts taking over and building its own bodies and so forth, and becomes this incredibly powerful thing that not only can it be a robot type thing, cybernetic type thing, but it can also infest various cybernetic systems and stuff. So Hank Pym invented that, and Hank Pym is Ant-Man, but he's not in the Avengers. They are doing an Ant-Man movie, but is that going to come out before the next Avengers? I don't think so. I think it's scheduled to come out later. So how are they going to introduce the artificial intelligence? Maybe they're going to say, oh, this scientist Hank Pym created this thing and it's causing all these problems, and they'll deal with it, and that'll introduce Hank Pym and maybe generate some interest to go see the Ant-Man movie if people get the connection that Hank Pym is Ant-Man, you know, or will be Ant-Man. You know, maybe that's what they're thinking. But again, if they had introduced him in the first movie, Age of Ultron would make more sense to me now, you know, but they seem to be, you know, they're taking the original cards, throwing up the deck, putting it back together, you know, shuffling it around, you know, so, which is good. It's their own new thing, new approach. I'd hate to say new universe, because that didn't work out so well for Marvel in the comics. You remember that?
Oh, no, I'm thinking about DC's 50.
Oh, no,
52
there was a time when Marvel decided, it was when Jim Shooter, was in charge?
I do remember.
And
yeah.
He decided, let's do a whole new universe of comic characters, like starting the Marvel Universe over again, but separate. And he did. And I think the original idea was that these characters were going to age in real time or something. You know, I think that got left behind pretty quickly. And some of those books were good, you know, but overall the project kind of flopped. So yeah, the new universe disappeared. So you don't want that to happen in these movies. It's a new universe, but not that new universe, you know. So yeah. See, we're talking the past, present, future.